Hello everyone, thank you for being here and welcome to lesson number 16 of A Course in Miracles. I have no neutral thoughts. The idea for today is a beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effect. Everything you see is a result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Thoughts are not big or little, powerful or weak. They are merely true or false. Those that are true create their own likeness. Those that are false make theirs. There is no more self-contradictory concept than that of idle thoughts. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world can hardly be called idle. Every thought you have contributes to truth or illusion. Either it extends the truth or it multiplies illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not extend it by doing so. Besides you recognizing that thoughts are never idle, salvation requires that you also recognize that every thought you have brings either peace or war, either love or fear. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. There is such a temptation to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant, trivial, and not worth bothering about, that it is essential you recognize them all as equally destructive, but equally unreal. We will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. In applying the idea for today, search your mind for a minute or so with eyes closed, and actively seek not to overlook any little thought that may tend to elude the search. This is quite difficult until you get used to it. You will find that it is still hard for you not to make artificial distinctions. Every thought that occurs to you, regardless of the qualities that you assign to it, it is a suitable subject for applying today's idea. In the practice periods, first repeat the idea to yourself, and then as each one crosses your mind, hold it in awareness while you tell yourself, this thought about blank is not a neutral thought. That thought about blank is not a neutral thought. As usual, use today's idea whenever you are aware of a particular thought that arouses an uneasiness. The following form is suggested for this purpose. This thought about blank is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. 4 or 5 practice periods are recommended if you find them relatively effortless. If strain is experienced, 3 will be enough. The length of the exercise period should also be reduced if there is discomfort. Okay, that's lesson number 16 of A Course in Miracles. I have no neutral thoughts. Absolutely. And this lesson confirms the power of the eternal self within all of us, meaning that we're not victim of our circumstances. We make our circumstances by continuously believing the same limiting thoughts about our apparent selves and about the apparent world. That's why the lesson says that there are no idle thoughts, meaning that even a little funny thought like, I'm so stupid, or of course this had to happen to me, or my life sucks, has the power to give rise to outcomes that are not welcomed, even if it just means that the peace of this present moment has been temporarily veiled. So just by entertaining a weak thought or a powerful thought, along with their emotions, they equally hold the power to affect us immediately. It is like punching the wall and expecting nothing to happen to your hand. Of course, punching the wall will hurt your hand in one way or another. It all depends on how hard you hit the wall. In that same way, you can ask yourself, how hard do you believe your limiting thoughts? Because to the degree to which you believe a limiting thought about yourself or the apparent world, to that degree you will experience the effects of that thought in time. You can't escape it. There are no neutral thoughts. And the proof is in the state of the apparent world right now. Are we joyfully united as one, or are we seemingly afraid of one another? The fact that we seem to be separate and different from one another is proof that our thoughts have made the unreal real. You see, we don't pay much attention to how our thoughts shape our experience. Our thoughts, along with our emotions, have an effect on our parent lives, and that's good news. Because if you hold positive thoughts about your parent self or about your parent world, you will experience the fruits of those thoughts in one way or another too. I love this lesson because this is an introduction to the power of God, the power of love within all. And I love this lesson because it is empowering. You see, most of us walk around like we have no power, entertaining thoughts of lack. But what if we replace thoughts of lack with thoughts of gratitude for the blessings that we have each day? For example, I am so grateful to have shelter. I am so grateful that I have food to eat and water to drink. I am so grateful for the beauties my eyes see and for the sounds and the music that my ears can hear. I am so grateful for my legs. I am so grateful for my family. I am so grateful that I am eternal love. What would happen? Joy would begin to happen. But it is not enough to think nice things. You have to believe the emotions. You have to feel the emotions. You can't just say, I'm eternal love, and continue to believe that you're the ego. You have to believe your positive thoughts as much as you believe your negative ones. We know how to do this. We've been doing this all our lives and never considered how our thoughts have contributed to our circumstances. That's why I love this lesson, because it empowers all of us, since we all have the same ability to expand love or multiply illusions, as there is no order of difficulty among equals. We can all do this now, and we have been doing this. So pay attention to what your thoughts are saying about your parent self and about apparent others, as this lesson affirms that the true creates their own likeness and the false ones make theirs as well. I hope you enjoyed practicing lesson number 16. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and see you tomorrow for lesson number 17. Have a wonderful day. Bye.